word on the street. All right.
Okay.
So you're listening to Bad Loves Talk. Paul Bass filling in for the juror room sitting Bowser Ivy. And Nora Grace Flood and Maya McFadden are on the scene. Are you on the street or are you inside somewhere?
We're inside because we're with someone who's working right now.
Oh, yeah. Who are you with, Maya?
Transformers Barbershop.
Yes.
Ooh, Transformers. All right. All right.
Okay.
So we're going to start. Can you introduce yourself?
Hey, my name is Majesty. This is owner of Transformers Barbershop.
Beautiful. And Majesty, what's the word on the street? What's on your mind today?
Well, I'm going to be honest with you, man. We're all worried about Ukraine. That's what we're worried about. You may think it has nothing to do with us, but we just worried about human beings and seeing the children and the families that's being displaced and absolutely, senseless war and violence for nothing. So that's what we've been talking about these past couple of days, right? And March Madness.
Yeah. March Madness. What do you hear, or how do the conversations look when you guys are talking about Ukraine? Do you hear different opinions, or are you guys all on the same page?
I mean, everybody's pretty much on the same page. We just feel like sometimes you wish America could mind their business. You be like, yo, we ain't got nothing to do with that. But at the same token, when you see senseless killing and violence, and you know that we're a superpower, you kind of want them to step in and go, yo, you know what? All right, enough is enough. So it's mixed emotions, but I just feel sorry for. We see the children, just the families being displaced, people kissing their kids for the last, maybe possibly the last time. So.
Yeah.
But other than that, I feel like the older we get, the more sensitive we get.
Right.
Before we never cared about stuff like that. Like it didn't bother us. Like now, the older we get, the more sensitive we get. JC wasn't. You was crying. JC, tell her how you was crying.
What's she talking about?
Is that typical barbershop talk? What are the other topics that you usually traverse?
Tell you, ladies.
I know. That's what I was told before I came here.
Barbershop code. You did you tell? Yeah, certain things we can't. Certain stuff in the barbershop stays in the barbershop. Just because I got two beautiful young ladies shoving cameras in my face, there's certain things. It's a line I can't cross.
Yeah. How long have you been a barber for?
I've been a barber for almost 3 decades.
Okay.
So almost 3 decades.
Wow. How'd you get into it?
I actually started just messing my friends up. I got my first pair of clippers, started messing my friends up. And when I was young, I didn't go to the barbershop too much. My mother used to just shave my head off, this, that, and that. So I felt deprived. So when the first couple of times I went to the barbershop and I seen the atmosphere and seen like what it was really about, I knew that was my destiny.
And could you tell us a little bit about the haircut you're giving right now?
Well, this
explain the style, the process.
Right here is really self-explanatory. It's called a ball fade. He got a ball fade, high skin type fade right here that blends in real nicely, as you can see the contrast. And his top is already scissored off, so he just feathered the top and ball faded the sides, and he's ready to go.
Looks pretty good. Are you satisfied with the cut?
Oh yeah, I've been coming to this dude forever since my kids were babies. We've been good friends. This guy's even been to my wedding. So.
Oh wow,
that's a fact. I've been to a lot of weddings. Barber's a popular guy. We become like family members to people, so they invite us to a lot of stuff. So and we take it personal and we go.
Right.
So and what I really love about barbering is how we raise boys to men. We see generations, and then they bring their kids to us, and then you know what I mean. So it's just it's an ongoing process that's an ever evolving door if you do it right. So it's great.
Right. And what about how long have you been here at this spot?
We've been here, blessed enough to be here for a decade now. We've been here for 10 years.
Beautiful. Wow.
Yeah, 10 years we've been in this parking lot over here, and we love it. We love it down here.
And what's the I guess long-term goal? Do you enjoy being here in the spot? Would you ever want to expand anywhere?
Well, I would definitely love to expand, but barbering, you're only as good as the help that you get. Like, so you can expand, but I can open up another location. But what good is there's only got one barber over here? So I would love to. I would love to own my own building one day too. So making somebody else rich.
Right. And are you from New Haven?
Well, I'm from Brooklyn originally, but I migrated here. Like like over 2 decades ago. I had my children here, got married. Yeah. Ever since. Yeah.
And do your kids get their hair cut by you?
Definitely. Definitely. I got one son, so.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So he gets haircut. Or anybody in here, he can get, my son can say any children, really, because they all raised him. You know what I mean? So he got a village in here. So if I can't do it, he can say any children. They all used to him. They all used to him.
Do you ever think about playing pranks on your kids by like fucking up their hair?
My son sensitive. You see his hair? He don't play no games. He grows.
Oh,
Yeah,
You
he's
can't
definitely
play with
grown
him.
it out.
I can't play with him. He's not happy. If he had a low haircut or something, then maybe, you know what I mean? I could do it by accident. Like, oops, that, he got hair like you, like your hair. That's
Right, yeah.
by his hair.
Does Paul have any questions?
Yeah, Paul. do
Yeah,
you
I was
have any
wondering
questions?
if I could ask Majestic a little bit more, and thanks for talking to us today.
Nah,
I
no
really
problem.
enjoyed hearing your story. How common is it that something like Ukraine would be talked about in a barbershop, foreign
Right.
policy? Is this unusual?
No, we because we always talk about everything that's going on right now. Like we talk about barbershop, talk about everything. So nothing's exempt. Nothing. We try not to talk about religion and politics, but we do anyway.
Yeah.
Nothing's exempt in the barbershop. Nothing.
Do you feel like there's most of your customers are politically unified? Do most people have the same points of view?
No, but
Or
that's what makes it interesting. That's what
Right.
makes the contrast of the attitudes and disagreements and opinions. And then you see how people be upset with you because you don't share the same opinion as them, and they try to force their opinion on you. So that's what makes the barbershop though.
Yeah.
Hey,
But we
Majestic,
use
so on Ukraine, you talked about how there's this feeling that we're a superpower and we should do something to stop suffering. Specifically, does it get in the weeds? Do people think we should be setting fire jets? Are they worried about World War III? What do you think should be done?
yeah,
Well, my personal opinion is, at first, I was on some, we should just mind our business and let history take its course. That's something that's been going on for thousands and centuries before us. But at the same token, when we see on the media and we see, elderly and children and people that's dying, just for no cause that had nothing to do with what happened centuries ago, then I feel like as human beings, just as being Americans, just as us being a superpower, that we have to do something. Like we have to help them out somehow, some way. So
And what about paying higher gas prices? Some people are upset that the gas is going up as a result.
but I look at it this way. It's not the first time that's going to happen, and it won't be the last. And whenever there's kind of war or something like that, oil prices always go up because that's how the billionaires get richer, and that's how we become poor. So somebody's going to capitalize and somebody's going to lose. But at the end of the day, we all still paying for the gas. We all still going to put that gas in the car and do what we got to do.
And Majestica, were you ever in the military?
Never was I in the military. I don't have the balls. I'm not that patriotic. I couldn't do it. I know that we fought a lot of wars for the wrong reasons, as much less for the right reasons. So I just couldn't see me sacrificing myself or even wanting to send my children over there at 17, 18 on front lines in a war that really had nothing to do with us. So nah, I don't. But kudos to the guys who do, because that's what make America who we are today. So I respect and love the people that serve. I just couldn't do it. I'd be in Leavenworth somewhere peeling potatoes. For real. So, kudos to those guys. And for the record, my name is Majesty, not Majestic.
Majesty.
Let's spell it correctly.
Majesty, Paul.
Sorry about that.
Majestic spoke very well.
Get it right, Paul.
Sorry about
My
that.
son name is Majesty. He be correcting anybody too. He be correcting. He be like, look, Majestic. He be like, my name is Majesty.
Any other questions, Paul?
Oh, just thanks so much for chatting. It's what a pleasure to meet you.
Anything, if I can help you guys out with a story, and I don't, honestly, I don't see what man would be intimidated to have two beautiful young ladies in his face like this. What? That's never an issue.
And what about today? What you got plans for today? Anything special?
No, I'll just be in here all day, and then my son is an athlete, so I got to take him to practice after I leave here. That's just my typical day. My daughter got dance. I pick her up from dance school at 9 o'clock.
Active family.
Right.
Yeah.
So what time do you work till?
Tonight I'll be here till like 6 o'clock.
Okay.
How many haircuts can you get done in that time frame?
I mean, that's a good question. I don't know. That's a good question. I really don't count sometimes. Because the less stressed out you get not thinking about it, you just make it happen.
Right.
So,
Has inflation struck the cutting of hair? I mean, has the prices gone up because of inflation?
oh yeah, definitely. Yesterday's prices are not today's prices.
He's talking to the one in the
Everything
chair
went
right now.
Everything went up, not just gas, haircuts as well.
And
What
how
did it go
did
up from
COVID
to?
hit you guys for haircuts?
Oh, COVID hurt us.
Hmm.
COVID hurt us. COVID showed us that not only are we supposed to have multiple streams of income, but like, you know, you got to plan accordingly because you never know. We had to shut down for them months,
Hmm.
and you know, a lot of stuff still had to get paid. So just thank God for being smart and having a savings, because
Hmm.
I would have definitely been shriveled up and closed like other people. So I feel sorry for the people that didn't make it through COVID. It was rough. That was a tough time.
Right.
And if you didn't have an understanding landlord, so my landlord wasn't understanding at first, but then after the third month, I was like, look, man, I can't give you what I don't have.
Right.
So
Right.
it worked out, but thank God for that.
Were people still reaching out looking for haircuts? You
Yeah.
just didn't feel safe doing
Yeah, I
them?
just didn't
or-
do it. I just didn't do it because it was
Right.
bigger than a haircut. It was bigger than vanity.
Right.
It was the safety of yourself, much less your family and your people around you. And we didn't really have an idea of, you know, how the COVID was affecting us. So rather than, you know, just risk your life for a couple dollars, we just all secluded from one another, and it made you learn yourself better. It wasn't about vanity. Like I had to deal with myself. Like it's more
Right.
important. It's about health.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
Do you cut your own hair?
nah, I'm fortunate enough to have professionals around me. I can sit in any chair, whoever's available, and got a few minutes for me. I'm not particular.
Got it. Had to ask.
Okay.
Cool.
Well,
Thank you.
we should let you get back
Thank
to work.
Thank you guys.
Thank
I
you,
appreciate it.
Majesty,
Thank you.
not
Appreciate you.
Majestic.
I appreciate it.
Definitely.
Back
All right.
to you, Paul and Harry.
Thank
Thanks
you.
so much.
Majesty.
That was fun. Great job, everybody. Harry Drost, that was enjoyable. You asked the best question about the inflation. I'm going to ask them to get the dollar figure. He seemed like a great fellow, that Mr. Majesty. He seemed like a great guy.
I know we have to get off, but yeah, he seemed great, and another good word on the street.
They've never failed. Every single day is a great word on the street. We have a great team out there.